All right, we're chatting with the Alamogordo Athletic Training crew, students, and of course the head athletic trainer over at Alamogordo High School, Alamogordo Public Schools. I'm not sure which one it is there, David. You're either
both,
or.
yes.
David Maldonado. David, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, Charles. Glad to be back here again. It's always fun.
Yeah, always great to chat with you. You want to introduce the crew that you brought with you today?
Yeah, so we brought the state team we're taking a team of 4, and then one individual with us, and then 2 other ones that weren't here because I didn't want to crowd up the studio. But we got Nicole, Marleigh, but her nickname's Marty, Liliana Amaya, Stellar Cantu, and Taylor the Coolest.
And for those that don't know, Taylor has that on the back of her shirt. She is literally the coolest. So, how's everybody doing today? Good? Good. All right. David, it's another year where you guys are as busy as anybody is at Alamogordo Public Schools. These kids put in a lot of time, a lot of hours. How has the school year gone as we're getting towards the end of it?
It's been pretty good. It's obviously we had some growing pains earlier in the year when we figured it out. But yeah, I'm excited. Now it's time for us to do our competitions. But yeah, busy wise, every sport keeps going. We have to be there for everybody. So obviously Devin's been a great help again. Second year with us here. So it's cool to have 2 athletic trainers here, but they keep putting more on us. Like now we have to cover middle school stuff and all those different things. So we thought we were going to get easier job with 2 of us. Now it just seems like we're just twice as busy, but that's the world of sports. So,
but that's, what a wonderful thing for you guys to have, that you're able to cover as many things as you do. There's a lot of high schools that, we talk about this every year, that don't have any athletic trainer, and what an important thing it is for that to be available, and to have the student ATs as well. It's you're hopefully creating an even bigger pool for people to pull from to have athletic trainers.
That's the goal, man. It's the goal to create that pool in New Mexico, that we keep these kids here in New Mexico. And then someday have ATs. Just like Devin and Misa in the past. They were my students before. Now they're working with me, so it's really cool. So hopefully more and more schools that we go to, that we go play against, that all of a sudden they're also from Alamogordo, and it'd be kind of a cool little homecoming game that we play against each other. So we'll see.
All right, very good. And medicine's changing constantly. I'm just curious, how much, does it change from year to year? Do you notice change from when you got here first to the kind of methods that you use, or the way that you decide to teach things, and on? Do you feel like it's been a big change?
Yeah, it definitely changed from when I first got here. That's 9 years ago when I first got here. So the medicine has changed dramatically, how we've done things. Concussions obviously always evolving. That rule's kind of stayed the same, but being more of a less reliant on modalities like ice and heat and stem. We're more into getting the body moving again, and tell them, hey, yes, it's kind of painful, but we got to get the body moving. That's how the body responds better. So more and more research shows that get the body moving as soon as possible. Coach Cisco, all those guys with those older injuries, now they're understanding that, hey, no, you have to move it, but it hurts. We got to keep it going. And that's how you keep the body moving as you get older, and just when you get hurt too, just keep the body moving as best as you can. Within limits, obviously, but that's the biggest thing that I've tried to probably change in my practice, is that we do a lot more making the people move a lot earlier than they expecting to.
Yeah, that seems to be, you talk about, when people have surgeries and stuff, they want you moving around and walking within the day or something like
Correct.
that. It's way different than what it used to be. So,
exactly.
Yeah, changes a lot. All right, well, let's talk to some of your student athletic trainers. And what's funny, I will, real quickly, I hear from a lot of the student ATs when they're getting ready to join the program that it's a little intimidating, that entry interview. Is that really true? Or?
Well, coming from them, apparently it is.
Okay.
But just thinking of a way to, we just finished them on Wednesday, so we got a bunch of new rookies in our program now, and they have to sit through that. So as a young lady or young gentleman coming in, it's probably a pretty time to come in. You're just one chair for you, and there's anywhere from 5 to 6 people looking at you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're okay. So you're myself, Devin, and usually a handful of students that are in the program. So we ask you questions. The questions are very simple, what do you want to do? And then we throw some weird ones out there. Taylor decided to be mean this year and asked everybody to tell her what her favorite joke was, and put everybody on the spot. So she did that. What else did we do? We've done a bunch of different questions like that. We had a straight, I don't know if you saw the interview with the Oregon football coach asking chocolate or vanilla. Each one says if anybody hesitates, and we put that in our question and say, how quickly can you answer a simple question?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's become a thing like the NFL Combine and stuff. I think that they've done.
So it's just one of those just can you make a decision on the fly? And so I guess it's intimidating. We try to make it where it's a learning experience for them, for the people interviewing and for the people that are doing the interview as well. So, but obviously they learn that it's not, once they get in the program, me and Devin are not that mean or anything
scary.
Like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I find that so interesting because you guys are both extremely nice, but it's like, when you're going in for a job, I'm sure it's a little extra,
Right, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so move over here to Taylor. So what made you come up with the joke question? I'm curious. So did you steal that from somebody, or is this like, I just want to hear a good joke today?
Well, honestly, I really just wanted to see like where everybody's head would go to, because I personally have a few jokes on hand.
Okay.
And I don't know, I think a good joke is like always something fun to add, I guess. So I just wanted to see what they would come up with on the spot.
Okay, very good. Would you have been able to do that when in your interview, and if they'd asked you that?
Probably not when I first interviewed, but I've definitely come up with a few since then.
Okay, very good. All right. What got you interested in joining the program? What was it that was like, I want to join the athletic training crew?
Well, when I started out as a freshman, I started in one of the biomedical classes, and I don't know, I really enjoyed that kind of side of medicine. And my sophomore year, David came into my biomed class and kind of just introduced himself and talked about athletic training, and I just thought it sounded pretty cool, wanted to join. I hadn't really done any extracurriculars up to that point, so I just thought it'd be something cool to try out, and I really, really love it so far.
Okay. What is it that you enjoy the most about it?
Probably making as many friendships as I have. Like I've gotten to know a lot of new people, and even some of the athletes I've come like to get to know them better. And I wasn't very social at first, like coming into high school. So when I joined the program, it really brought me out of my shell.
That's awesome. That's cool. It opened up a whole new world for you, kind of thing.
Sure.
Okay, very good. As you get ready for competition, what are you most excited about with the competition part of it coming up? Is there maybe an event or something that you're interested more than one of the other aspects of it?
Well, I mean, the competitions have always made all of us pretty nervous, but I think the part that I'm like least nervous for is to go into the practicals, especially being on a team. Like, I'll have everybody else in there with me, so I think it's a little bit less scary. But I'm really just excited to get more experience. Like last year was a great time, and I hope this year will be just as fun.
Okay, very good. All right, move over here to Stellar. And how about you? Is this how many years in the program? Is this your first year? Or?
This is my second year.
Second year, okay.
Yes.
What got you interested in doing this?
One of our other veterans, Frida Ortiz, we had, I think, geometry together, and I was like, oh, I see her with all the cool shirts. I'm like, oh, that seems really cool. So she was the one who got me into it.
Yeah, the swag. That was.
Oh,
that's
absolutely, absolutely. I'm definitely gonna miss it.
Okay, very good. What is it that you've enjoyed the most about being a part of the program since you've been in it?
I think like the friendships, like Taylor said, and like the traveling aspect. Because I've lived here for 4 or 5 years, haven't really gone out of the city besides traveling for my family, but traveling to Farmington and Artesia, like the traveling's the most fun.
Yeah, Farmington. I don't envy you. I'm guessing you were on the trip with the football team this year.
Yes.
Yeah. That was definitely a long. I've done the trip. I definitely know it. So, and you got competition coming up. You got to do it last year as well, 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. What is it got you most excited? Or maybe I should say, now that it's your second year doing it, what do you feel like you learned from the first go around?
I think I learned a lot, especially it's like, hey, expect like surprises with like the tests or the Kahoot. So last year we did a Kahoot. Half of the stuff on the Kahoot wasn't on the study guide, but now we're doing like a physical paper test. So it's like I have a general idea of, hey, some stuff might not be on the study guide, but hey, just be prepared for everything.
Okay. And I mean, what I guess so it's the things that may not be in the study guide, those stuff that you learned throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
yes.
I got you. So it's something you've been through, you know about.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I'll mention again for those out there that don't know what Kahoots are, that's just the multiple choice game that you guys play. I feel like I'm the only one who didn't know what that was a couple years ago, but
it's definitely new to education. Education uses it quite a bit now.
Yeah.
So I definitely, when I first started learning about what the heck was that, but now it makes sense. Now we use it for everything now because it's a really cool way to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And competition can be fun. David loves competition,
yeah,
so he gets fired up for this time of year. So, without a doubt. All right, move over here to Liliana, and I do want to ask you. I mean, you just got done with state powerlifting, and you balance that. Do you do any other sports, or just that one?
I just do powerlifting.
Okay. How is that balancing, athletic training's a full-time job essentially, and doing that? Is that easy, or is it fun? You don't bind it?
I think it's pretty easy since most of like our practice time is during the school day. Mine's during second hour, and usually like all our competitions are on Saturdays. And it's usually towards the winter, so we don't really have any sports planned.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Good deal. Now, where did you finish up at state?
I finished second individually in my weight class, and I also broke the state record for deadlift.
Okay, congratulations. That's pretty awesome. Was that a goal going into it you thought you could do?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Very good. Well, we'll switch over to athletic training. How many years in the program for you?
This is my third year in the program.
Okay. Back when you decided as a youngster, as if you're an old person now, what made you decide to get into the program?
My sister, actually, Alejandra, whenever it was her sophomore year, and she was like, hey, like, do you want to join the athletic training program? Like, it's super fun. I was like, sure, yeah, like, I'll give it a go. Went through the interview process, got in, and ever since then, it's just been like such an amazing journey. Get to build up with all like the different friendships, like how Taylor and Stellar mentioned, and also with building relationships with like the athletes, and also with like the coaches, and honestly just everyone in the school basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the most like amazing part of it.
Cool. And have you got to compete at state before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so is there a different mindset going into this year than in previous years, or you were comfortable before and no big deal?
It is a bit different because the past 2 years I went in as an individual, and this is my first year going into state as a team. But I am pretty confident and like comfortable, I would say, with being with my team, because like I trust these girls. Like I know like just what to expect kind of, and I know that we'll all do pretty good.
How is it different going into an athletic competition compared to going into this? Is it a kind of different mindset for you, or are you kind of using the same sort of things you do when you go into a powerlifting competition?
I kind of use the same things, kind of just like stay calm, don't get distracted, and just go in there with confidence and with the mindset of just being able to do anything and to go win.
Okay, awesome. Very good. All right, move over here to Marleigh. And has this is a few years in the program for you. How many years?
Just 2.
Just 2? Okay, I don't know why I thought you had been a little bit longer than that. As you get ready for state, are you excited for state this year?
Yes and no. I mean, I think we'll do pretty good, but it's just the rules are different this year. But I'm pretty excited.
Okay. What are the rules? What are the rules different this year?
Just that we have to take a written test, and that all of our scores are averaged up as a team. But I think we'll still do pretty good. We all know our stuff.
Okay, because last year was just the Cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
yeah, so it was a Kahoot, and so we're going back to how it was originally 3 years ago. So we're going back to that. New person took over, and they want to go back to the old school version, which I'm not 100% excited about. I mean, because how do you get kids excited to go take a standardized test versus playing a multiple choice quiz game, right? But I mean, it is what it is. We gotta go to the field that they make us play on, right? So we're excited about it. These kids did really well. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna do. And last year was a northern sweep, so we gotta break that up because I don't like that.
Like we said, David is competitive. And is that kind of true to you? Like just taking a written test is kind of like, is it you find it a little bit more difficult than doing the Kahoot?
Yes and no. I mean, in the Kahoot, you're surrounded by everyone, and it kind of feels like more pressure. But I think, I don't know, I might like the tests by myself more just because I'm like in my own headspace and I can do process of elimination without a timer and everyone in my ear. Yeah. Kind of just this one, but I think we'll still do pretty good.
Yeah. How was your second year in the program? I'm sure the first year you're learning, you're kind of new to everything, kind of being the veteran this year. How was it in your second year?
It was definitely different, just because I also was given the opportunity to be one of the head captains. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely been different, just taking a whole completely different role of like leadership and everything, but I've had a pretty good year so far.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And in the leadership part of it, what are some of the things that David and Devin kind of expect you to do?
Just kind of like being an example for the new rookies, and then just all the other veterans, and just helping with like planning and organization of the program.
Yeah, Marty's actually done a pretty good job. She actually asked a couple months ago if she could take over scheduling the students, and we had never done that before, and she's done a really good job with it now. And she's understood the sometimes the headache of trying to schedule people because, yes. Well, I got work, or I got this, or I got that. So she's kind of took that headache on a little bit, and yeah, she understands or last minute things happen. I mean, when you try to plan things, always trying to plan multiple people's calendars together doesn't always work. So she's gotten to deal with that life skill. So she's been done a pretty good job of it.
It's like having a real job kind of thing.
It's helped a lot.
Yes, unfortunately not getting paid for the real job, but it's experience, so that's a good thing. All right, move over here to Nicole. And how many years in the program now for you? Also two. Okay. State coming up. Is there something you're really looking forward to? Hopefully there's not something you're really dreading going into state. What are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to meeting all the other students because I guess we're doing the social this year, so it'll be cool to meet them all.
Okay. So what is the social? Will you just guys all get together? And
yeah, we're kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, it's a new thing that they started this year. We're going to go up on Sunday. We don't typically go up on Sunday as well, but this year they're having a social for anybody that's traveling up there or anybody that's in the location. We're going to the main event there in Albuquerque and just kind of having pizza and playing games. And apparently there's going to be some other stuff that they're putting together, so we'll see when we get there. Okay. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, very good. Because you guys usually go out for dinner that Sunday as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so this will be a little bit different than previously. All right. And same question that I had for Marleigh. I mean, what do you feel like was different in your second year compared to your first year? What stood out to you?
I just I got held up to a higher standard since I'm a veteran now. Obviously, I've been through it as a rookie, so I know what I'm expected of, and I just got to learn a lot this year. What do you feel like you can teach the rookies that are coming in? Like, what did you wish you had known when you started? This takes a lot of time out of your day. Yeah. A lot of people, we say it, but a lot of people don't take it seriously. Is that one of the first things, and when you guys have that interview in front of everybody, that you make sure they know how much time that they need to commit? We don't necessarily say it, but they know as soon as they join because football starts really soon. Yeah. I was going to say, you guys are out there in July. Are you starting to work with them, David?
Well, since we have the spring season stuff now with the padded practice, we'll be at the end of May for 2 weeks, and then take a break, and then we'll go back at the end of July. Yeah.
And it's really warm that time. It's really nice and cool that time of year, right? Not some need some extra shade out there in the football field, don't we? Yeah, sorry. David, with the competition beginning, you guys tell me about a little bit the first competition. You went down to El Paso. You do that every year, right?
So we've been going to SCATA for the last 4 years, which stands for the Sun City Athletic Trainers Association. It's a thing I've been trying to get in before those last 4 years. I've been trying to get into it, and finally let us go. And we've been champions down there for 4 years in a row now. It's been super exciting. It's fun. Everyone's gesturing.
Yeah, they've got T-shirts. Yes. They're popping their collars.
It's a good competition for us to go down there. It's fun. It's a little bit different. We get to meet other people. They get to learn about athletic training in the state of Texas, which some of the stuff they do down there is different than what we do. So they have to learn different regulations that they have for Texas. So we have to study those different things. But it's been fun. We're turning into the villain now. When you become that dynasty that people don't like, they want to. There's people joining the competition now just to beat us, and so. But that's what I'm for. It's exciting. Be there. Be at the top of the hill. It's fun. They understand what the standard is when we go into SCATA, and we have our what we do. We don't change anything. We always do what we do, and we just try to get better. So I think that was huge for SCATA. It's a good. I guess it's kind of like I wouldn't say a warm up because it's its own competition now, but it's just kind of get the kids used to. What competition is like before they get to ours. I know ours, for whatever reason, the test seems to be harder and things like that, but the same information, but I guess the way our testers word it and things like this throws our kids off, whereas at SCATA is pretty straightforward for whatever reason, because, we've done really well for the last 4 years.
I'm kind of curious, how many of the El Paso area high schools have athletic training programs?
So it's getting pretty much every single one of them.
Do they?
That's a big school. Now that they're kind of been struggling there in El Paso in the Sun City region just because they have students, but they don't want to do the competition part or anything extra. Mm-hmm. So they're growing that a little bit. So more and more schools are coming back to doing this. A lot of their athletic trainers are a lot older and closer to retirement age, so stuff with students can be extra, which they don't want to do. So as soon as those guys start phasing out, those younger ones are bringing it back. So I think that's huge for us. So we got the EPISD, that pretty much every single one of those guys has one. Socorro's doing that, and Isleta, and then out there in the farther outskirts of them, they also have their athletic training programs too, because they have a lot more younger athletic trainers taking over those positions. So that's been exciting to see those guys, see those programs grow. They've asked me to go down there and talk about what we do down here to kind of so they can mimic what we're doing. Because I don't feel like we do anything special. I think it's just what we do, and I think our kids buy in, and I think that's the biggest part is that our kids coming out from Alamogordo buy into as soon as they're in it. If they stay in the program, they buy in and they leave with some knowledge that can be helpful for them in college or someday maybe become an athletic trainer. So I think that's what it's just huge for them to be part of something, and we do competitions because it's something that they do just for them, because everything else we do is for other people. So this is the time when it's their time to shine, something just for these students that they look forward to.
Yeah, very much like the cheer kids. I mean, it's very similar where, you guys have, they're doing something for everybody else all year. You guys have the exact same thing
Correct.
going on. So, where's state going to be held this year?
Monzano High School up in Albuquerque.
Okay, so usually if it's up in Albuquerque, you get more of the northern area schools that'll
Correct.
be a part of it. Yeah.
So last year was in Rio Rancho. It's the same thing. We had a bunch of new northern schools that hadn't competed in a long time. So last year, state champion was St. Pius. They hadn't been competing in a while. And then it was second place was Cleveland High School, and then followed by PV High School. And PV hadn't been there in a while either. But also those schools are willing to come back. So stiff competition. We'll go up there, and we're excited to go beat them. That's the goal.
Yeah, because I know the South for a long time. You guys in Gadsden and maybe one or two others there. Centennial. Yeah. Where I know there's a little competition between you all. Have you left a reminder somewhere in the athletic training room this year for the kids?
If you look at there's St. Pius logos all over the athletic training room.
Oh, is there? Okay. Yeah. I figured they're probably... Oh, okay. She's showing me the St. Pius logo that's there. I knew because it seems like every year, if you guys don't finish first, there's some sort of reminder about what happened the previous year.
That's just that's how I am too. Like, when I'm on that suburban ride home from Albuquerque, I didn't say a word from Rio Rancho until we got to Socorro. And it wasn't just about disappointment on them. It's like, what did I do wrong? So I always like self-reflect. What did we do different? How can we change things? How can we get better? And that's just how I've been ever since I was an athlete. Just how do I get better? How do I not have this feeling of losing again? Because I hate losing. I mean, if anybody's ever met me, like, losing's the absolute worst feeling in my life I think I could ever feel. So I like to win.
Yeah, David, and I will say, David and the athletic trainers are out there rooting the teams on. I know they're helping them, but you guys are in it within the games out there, and so you're in it with those kids just as much as they're in it.
Exactly.
So.
Like if you watch Devin and me on the football sideline, it's pretty intense. We don't like losing football games.
Yes, I saw arms getting thrown up and things like that every now and then. So that's always fun. All right, move over here to Taylor. And Taylor, what grade are you in this year?
I'm a junior this year.
Junior, okay. And are you hoping to stay in the medical field or something like that? Or are you not sure what you're headed to after high school? Or
I'm not 100% sure. I think I'd like to stay in the medical field. I think radiology would be pretty cool or something of the sort, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So.
Okay. And is that something that you were interested in prior to beginning working with the athletic training crew, or is it something that's kind of picked up since you've been involved?
It's definitely picked up since I've been involved. Like I said, when I started off as a freshman, I had just started those biomed classes, so it was all pretty new to me, but I've enjoyed it a lot. So.
Okay, cool. Is there a sport that you've worked that you've had the most enjoyment in, one or the other? Is it just doing things in the athletic training room? What's been that you found the most enjoyable part of it?
Probably football, just because of the quick paced environment and how everything works pretty quick, and you gotta stay on task and really gotta stay focused. So it really challenges all of us.
Yeah, and it's not as if you're rooting for injuries or anything, but it does keep you guys busy because of all the sports, that tends to be the one that you see more injuries in. For sure.
Unless you're Marleigh and you never get any injuries. There's been plenty of times where, so with our head students, what we do is we give them a half. They decide which half they want to be. They come out with me and Devin. Well, every game Marty chose to do whatever half it was. That's when it was not busy. So, if you're an athlete, you want Marty working because means no one's going to get hurt.
You become a good luck charm.
Right. Yep. So if you spin it on the positive, but for her, she wants the experience of going out there and going through that process. But she never got to have that feeling because every single time it happened, it was either a very insignificant injury or a cramp or something like that, or nothing happened. So, which
again is a good thing for the team, but it's one of those that obviously you're out there for a reason to try to help out and things. So yeah, we got you. I think that's great that you became a little bit of a good luck charm for her. I'm sure. I have a feeling like Cisco was like, all right, you're coming with me in the first half. Let's go. All right, Stellar, how about you? Senior this year?
Yes.
So have you started making your decisions about what's next?
Yeah. I'm doing the dual credit with NMSUA, so I'll graduate with my associate's degree in criminal justice. So I might do a bachelor's in criminal justice, or I might switch to kinesthesiology. I have no clue yet. Okay. So,
are you planning on going to New Mexico State after this? Okay, cool. And just continue doing prereqs and actually, if you've got your associates already, you pretty much got all your prerequisites out of the way.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, so you got that decision to make here soon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out: do I want to do athletic training or do I want to do criminal justice? So it's just really really depends.
Those are two very different things.
Yeah.
What has you interested in those two different things?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I think I joined criminal justice because of Criminal Minds, and then AT. I love working with David and Devin and all the girls, so...
I smell like a TV show idea, an athletic trainer who's, like a detective or something like that. I think we can find something there.
Yes, who stole the water bottle?
Yes, something like that. I have a feeling you guys lose some water bottles and have to try to find them. Yes.
A lot.
A lot.
Yes.
Very good. I think this is probably the same answer for everybody. Football's...
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most about that?
I just like interacting with like the players. Like I always have candy in my little athletic training kit, so they always come up to me like, hey, what kind of candy do you have? So it's just like making friendships with the players because of candy or like the snacks that I have. So
that's always the thing. If you're like under the age of 18, hey, I've got candy is not really as bad of a thing as it is when you're an adult. It's all right, let's move over here to Liliana. And junior this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's have you started thinking about what's next for you? Do you want to do powerlifting and you get after done with the high school, or is it more of wanting to focus on academics?
I was wanting to join the Iron Aggies Club at New Mexico State University. I'm also doing the dual credit program like Stellar is.
Okay, so
I'm about like 3 classes away until I graduate with my associates.
Wow, that's amazing. Y'all are just such good overachievers, man. And do you know what you want to study in college yet?
I want to get a bachelor's in kinesiology and then transfer to Texas Tech, go to medical school, and become a sports medicine physician.
Wow, okay. Out of curiosity, I mean, what, in terms of that particular thing in sports medicine physician, what got you interested in doing that?
Joining the athletic training program, and also with the amount of injuries I went through with like sports and all that.
Okay.
Always being in like the doctor's office and being around like orthopedics and all that, it's just been always like mesmerizing to me. Okay.
All right. Very good. All right. We'll move over here to the good luck charm and Marleigh. Was football still your favorite sport then?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So you're okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. Senior this year?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the plans coming up next? You have already made that decision?
Yes, I have. I wanted to do athletic training at like the beginning of the year. Like that was my plan, but just more I've looked into it, I like want to settle down. I don't want to keep traveling with my job, and I've like looked into different aspects of athletic training, but I don't think it's going to be like everything that I want it to be. But it's still something that like really interests me, so I'm going to go get my bachelor's in kinesiology, so that way I'm like still learning about the body technically. But I want to do dermatology, so I want to go to physician assistant schooling, and having a bachelor's in kinesiology is a requirement. So I was like, that way I can get my interest in athletic training as I'm in college, but still like ending with what I want to do. So if I do that plan, I could be a physician assistant for dermatology.
Okay, interesting. All right. I was going to say, because dermatology, you have to go to medical school and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it this way, so I don't have to do medical school.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. There you go. Are you excited for graduation? It's just a month away, actually.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Okay. You're ready to go?
Yes. I'm going to miss everything, but especially athletic training, but I'm very excited to be done.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Move over here to Nicole. And how about you? A senior this year as well, right?
I'm a junior.
Oh, you're a junior. Okay. Hands raised, and I forgot who was who, so all that good stuff. Have you started thinking about after high school plans yet?
Yeah, I definitely do want to continue being in the medical field. I'm not quite sure which profession yet, but it's just something I definitely want to do.
Okay. So you may even go as far as like full-blown doctor kind of thing. Yeah, okay. Do you know what school you want to go to?
No, not yet. Somewhere close to here.
Okay. And I assume football your favorite sport to do?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I know. And it's one of those questions I shouldn't even ask anymore because everybody always says that. It is. It's just I feel like the intensity of everything that's going on, you get to travel, you get to do all those kind of things. Is that what you like most about it?
Yes, I like traveling. Obviously making memories is always fun. You have to spend so much time. There's no way like you don't get close. And then football's always fun because most of the other sports you just kind of sit around and watch.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, sometimes with wrestling, you got to go out there and clean up the mat, but thankfully, everybody else stays relatively. I will say, softball and baseball this year, you guys have had more injuries than I seem to remember a lot.
Yeah,
David.
It's one of those. It's just years that you go through. Some years are just bad, some are not. So, but yeah, this year for whatever reason, they got the bug. So hopefully, they get rid of it. But
yeah.
I mean, that season's almost over. So hopefully, we just kind of ride it out and be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Soccer sometimes ends up being that one. Like I would probably put them in ranking. Soccer's probably second behind football in terms of.
And I think this year I felt bad for Coach Haley Dress because her first year as a coach, she had the injury bug for sure. and we were kind of giving her a little bit of grief about it because she had probably had the most concussions compared to football this year just that season. But if you look at the statistics, girls soccer is right behind football, so she was just following the trend. So it wasn't really her fault. It was just the life that she lives in. And she just kind of, I mean, it's just hard. You're like, what? You're soccer. I mean, it's still a contact sport, guys. It's not a collision sport, but yeah, definitely get some head collisions in there for sure.
Yeah, of any of the sports, that's where you're going to see the most body collisions. Basketball, I think, is probably there too, but it doesn't happen quite as much with soccer. There's a lot of extra people out there on the
correct.
surface.
Yeah, it's the same amount of people that would be on a football field. It's just with no pads and no helmets, so stuff's going to happen.
Yes, that's absolutely true. So, well. The state competition, you guys head up this upcoming Sunday
Correct.
to Albuquerque?
It's Monday on the 27th. We'll be up there in Manzano at 9 o'clock it starts.
Okay, so that'll be happening this week, or next week, I should say. And exciting time of year for you all. And that's pretty cool that you've already got, you figured out what your crew is for next year. Your number is pretty similar to...
we just gained 7 new rookies. 4 of them are 8th graders, 3 or 4 of them, I can't remember, and the other ones are underclassmen. So yeah, our program's growing. And it's young. It's going to be young next year. We'll be super old next year because we have a lot of seniors, and then after that we'll be really young. So that's what you want. And you want your program to be young. So it means it's thriving. It's not dying. So that's what we want.
Yeah, super old. See what he's saying about y'all? Yeah. You don't have to worry about any of that for a while, y'all. All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Have fun at state, and thank y'all for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you.